it's me and our John again.
Hello.
So we've done a little bit of a counter change, swapped it up a little tiny bit, because you were all loving earlier on. John's got some brilliant demos again to share with us all. Now, really quickly, these have absolutely flown, okay? Now, what we've got on here are what hasn't been checked out of baskets, okay? There's not many. I'm just putting it out there now. Not many. So shop box 3 gets you all of this, okay?
Just 3.
Oh, shop 3. Shop 3, T-H-R-E-E. That's 3. In wordage, £25. I know, bonkers. I know it's bonkers, but that's what that one's, shop 3. This one is shop 4, F-O-U-R, the word, not the number. Again, £25. Again, another just crazy bonkers. Now, if you thought you'd missed out on these two, you nearly will, because there's not many.
Yeah, because I had a couple of you message. Oh, will I be able to get that box? No.
No,
elsewhere, no. They are only available here. We only do this sort of bargain here.
On the live.
And you will go, if you go onto the websites, you will see you're still paying $5.99, $6.99 for each of these pouches, whereas you're getting 24 of them.
On this,
for
£25. That's just crazy bonkers. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, with our lovely John Next Door's products, it's a $2.99 cap P&P. And then when you get to £50 spend, it's free postage. Now, if you go for both of them, you're at your £50 spend and it's already free postage, okay? Now, fill your boots with these if you can, but just remember, fastest fingers first, because there's not many. I just wanted to tell you all about that because it's a phenomenal deal. And what is here is just what hasn't been checked out. John can't go into Narnia and find extra bits and pieces.
Oh, you remembered our warehouse.
It's not going to happen this time. This is it. And when you get a bargain like this, absolutely jump in there. So welcome, everybody.
Hello.
We've got a cracking show. If you missed it earlier, or if you've been earlier and you've already bought everything, sit back, relax, put your feet up with a cuppa. What are you having for your dinner? I know I've just had a bit of fruit, but what's on the menu?
I have no idea. I will work something out when I get home. I never think about it.
3 kicks at the pantry door then, for that one.
Yeah, basically, I'll see what's in the fridge, what Sam left me.
So like that. Oh, nothing. Take away then. Yeah. So, or toast. Toast's always a good
I did that the other night. I just thought, I can't be bothered, I had toast.
Toast or cereal is always what you go for. So thank you for joining us here at our live shopping VIP, where you're watching us either on Facebook or Instagram. And of course, you can watch us on our website as well. And if you've got one of them there clever tellies, you can watch us on YouTube up on the big telly as well. But you need to be shopping with us on Facebook and Instagram. So how do you shop? I'll give you a shop code, i.e. the two that I've just given you, either shop 3 or shop 4. That goes into the comments. You send that off just like you do as a message. You'll get a message back for us to say thank you very much for your reservation. In that message, there's a link. Click the link. It goes to the website. Log in, check out. Really easy. If you are watching us on the website, all of the information is down here on the left-hand side of your screen. Click on the item that you want, click it, add to basket, goes in your basket, little red shopping bag appears, and when you're checking out, you click the shopping bag. Then you log in and check out. It is so easy to shop with us here. And the prices that you see in here are only here.
Yes, they are.
Okay?
They are.
Unless John tells us otherwise. They might be on your website. These aren't.
These aren't. No. Most of the deals and a lot of... Whenever we do a reduction on here, because you're getting it... When you're buying through live shopping, you're buying it direct from Crafts too.
Yes.
So it's coming direct out of our warehouse. We try and give here the best prices we can to people at home.
Yes.
So the offer prices are always offers that are just here.
Yes. And then also, while you're there, we do have a brand shop as well. So have a little peruse, because maybe... on certain circumstances, you might have missed out on something. However, Crafts 2 and John leave it on their brand shop at the price you saw it. They don't put the price back up. If it's been brought to you as a bundle price, they are really good and they leave it at that bundle price. Now, you might be really, really lucky and go on there and find the one thing that you missed out. And it may only be that one that's on the website. So always peruse the actual brand shop on there as well. We've got others on there. We've got our lovely Jamie and Funky Fossil and all sorts. So have a little look. But if you think you've missed out on something, you might be in with a bit of a look and you might find it. So first of all, we're going to go on to Shop Infinity. This launched 6 o'clock last night. We had, again, a launch here this morning. So this is the only third time any of you are actually seeing this product. It's beautiful. It's all 3 die sets. Shop Infinity, $31.97. Now, you are going to be getting your actual Infinity frame, which is this. It's not a frame, Amanda. It's a panel.
It's a panel, yeah.
Oh, I've got it wrong every time so far. Stop laughing at me.
Because I do a lot of frames.
Yeah, and I've got frames
frame.
in my head.
Yeah.
Then you are also getting that beautiful dogwood stitched floral, the flower, and then the matching foliage, the leaves that go with it. The stitch detail in the leaves as well, and it is gorgeous. Look here what it looks like when it's built up. It is beautiful. So all 3, $31.97. Now these have been created to work perfectly with last Monday's release of the Grande frames, okay? If you got those 2 frames, this is the add-on. And we did tell you all that this was coming.
We did say,
This was coming, okay? So if you've got those frames, this is perfect combination. It's going to work beautifully with it. However, if you didn't get those frames, there's another shop code that you might want to go for. Shop Floral gets you both of the Grande frames from last Monday together with the new Infinity launch, okay? Gets you everything for $76.45. Now that is going to be your best bundle because that's where you're going to get your biggest savings, which are just amazing. We love this collection. Some of the samples on here are fabulous. Yeah. Just look at this. I need you to come in close for this. Are you ready? We did this. I think this is beautiful. You love
this one, don't you?
Hold on, let me get it the right way. Just a minute, everybody. Right. Yeah, get it right way around. Are we ready? Look at that. Isn't that just... Look at the lid. Isn't that beautiful? Now, this has been made using another die set that just so happens works perfectly with the Grande frames and these florals. Now, this is Sharp Circle. Now, this is your John Next Door Notch Circles frame die set. You have got a 10% saving on this. Now, look at what you can be creating. Where's that purple one gone? Or is it the front?
It's at the front. Yeah,
that box there is made using this, and it's £13.50, everybody.
Yeah.
That is stunning. Now, if you've gone for the whole collection of $76.45, these next 2, Shop Circle, which is that extra frame, which then gives you the 5-inch frame that fits beautifully inside the Grande, and Shop Plate. Now, I love the plate. This is half price. It's half price, $7.99, and it is a stitch flower that matches perfectly with your dogwood stitch. Now, let me just bring in this board. Who made this for us?
It was Helen.
Thank you, Helen. Do you know, without the design teams,
honestly, without the angels, I'd be lost. No, I couldn't.
Absolutely. So thank you, everybody. I'm waving that about a bit, aren't I? I apologise. So if you look at the permutations of that, so that is just with your dogwood, okay? That's just that one. Now think about putting in Shop Plate. For an additional $7.99, you're going to be able to make all of those with that one. Now think of all the permutations of working with them both together. That opens up a plethora of creativity that you're going to be able to work with. And then also don't just think of working with them with the cardstock. Maybe do it on vellum, cut them out of rice papers, anything. Work on them with patterned paper.
Yeah, these work so well. I'm going to, the second demo I'm going to do, I'm going to show how to use this and the dogwood with some of the sprays from box 3 or box 4.
Absolutely.
To actually show how to do that work
Brilliant.
together.
So thank you, John. But that, if I was this here, and maybe this, you could show us that,
I'm going to show you that. I promise I would go through that one.
Another top tip for this one. is incredible. Absolutely brilliant collection. So just recap. Shop 3 gets you that set there. Shop 4, the word 4, gets you and these are all Isings. Now I know the lovely Carly will be squealing about this because Carly loves these.
Loves Ising. She knows the quality that goes into them. They are all actually made in France,
which is brilliant.
So I mean, a lot of mediums these days aren't. They're all made sort of Far Eastern things. These are all made in France. They're a really high quality, and they're all designed to be eco-friendly as well.
Which is brilliant, isn't it? We love that. Then we've got Shop Infinity, the brand new launch. If you got your frames last week, this is the new, like the add-on. This creates and fills up that actual collection. Then we've got Shop Floral, which is all of it, which includes your 2 frames, okay? So if you missed out, or you may be one that thought, I know what's coming. John said there's something else coming, so you've waited. This is your chance. Shop Floral, 76.45. And then, of course, we've got Shop Plate. Sorry, darling.
Sorry.
That's your flower, the extra stitch flower that goes with the dogwood. And then Shop Circle. But look, just because it's a small die, 5, it doesn't have to go on a small card.
No, you can go
Absolutely
up to your 6, 7, 8-inch cards.
Yes.
Because it's got a good prominence in there on its own anyway.
So that is fabulous. Now, this is like one, I can't wait for John to, because I missed out on this. I've not seen this working and I'm really excited to see this in action. So Shop Stamp, you are going to get the precision stamping tool for $26.96, but it doesn't stop there. You're also going to get your sentiments and your borders. How cool is that? All of it for $26.96, which is an incredible saving. So not only are you getting the tool to do your stamping with, you're also getting some stamps. If maybe it's stamping you haven't come across yet, it's a new thing. This is going to be your best friend. Okay, so let's go to demo because we need to start demoing all of this because it's fabulous. Now, I am going to tell you all the mat that John is working on, Shop Mat, $9.99. Okay, you can see it's actually stuck on the wall.
It's still actually got one of the flowers on it. Although you took it down, that flower stayed stuck. And that leaf is not sticky, I hasten to add.
No, it isn't.
At all.
Oh, 50% in allocation of the mat. Yep. Yeah, I knew it would.
Turn it over the other side. So
Look,
that's not sticky.
No.
There's nothing on that.
We're not tricking.
But if I put it onto my... Look, if I put it onto my mat...
Stops.
It stops. But I put it onto, and again, still not sticky, put it onto the wall one. There you go. It's because it's silicone. It's a fibre silicone, heat resistant up to about 290 degrees or something stupid.
You're shaking your head, aren't you?
It shouldn't work. Sam is thinking that should not work.
It just, because it shouldn't work. So now, think about when you're doing your blending and everything, or you're picking things, nothing's going to move on you. And I'm going to say, I have one.
Yeah.
I work with it, absolutely, and I love it. And so, $9.99. And it's not, you can see, that isn't on a roll, and they cut it off at A4 for you. That is how big the mat comes. It's huge. So Shop Mat, $9.99.
Right. So you wanted me to show the precision press?
Yes, please.
I was going to show you one of the things that I'm really funny about maths. I'm not brilliant at it, but I like things to be right. So when you look at that precision press, first thing you're going to see is a grid on there.
Yes.
Which means absolutely nothing, because all stamp blocks have got grids. Or a lot of them have, and usually they're completely arbitrary. On the mat, the solid black line is 1 inch.
Yes.
The dotted line is a 1/2 inch. Yep. But look.
It matches.
They're matched. They're designed to match. Yeah?
I love it.
So every square on this is a 1/4 inch. So if you want to make sure that you're getting something in the middle of your piece of card, or you're wanting to get something straight. Now, this to me, I've got a stamp press. I've got the press and press years, reinvigorated my stamping. I don't want to get out a big thing with card and put magnets on to hold everything in place to do some stamping, to just stamp a sentiment. And a lot of people, their first experience in stamping is a sentiment.
It absolutely
Yeah,
is.
and you may never go any further, but you may want to put happy birthday, birthday wishes, sent with love, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, all the sentiments we've included in here in 2 sizes. That might be the end of your stamping. You know, you've got your beautiful 2 red robins, but you want to sentiment it.
You do.
And you don't want to use peel-offs. You want to be a little bit more modern.
Yeah.
So the idea is, on this mat, we've got all of our straight lines. Yeah? So I can take my stamp and I can put it on one of those straight lines. And I can just match that up above, pick it up. And you can see what these are. These are 4 individually sprung plastic feet. So if your surface isn't even, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Because each one is individual. So if I accidentally got a couple of pieces of card there, yeah, that should make a difference. It won't, because those will go down less than those go down. It's as simple as that. But, you know, why? And this is the thing to me, is I want to stamp a sentiment straight. So I can, first of all, just ink it, take my card, put it on my mat, yeah? Now,
Doesn't move.
my card won't move. This could be a finished, completed card. It will not move, okay? But then I can go like that and look over and go, right, where do I want it? Oh, well, I want it in the middle, but I want it to be straight against the card. Well, look, here's the lines. So I can get those lines straight against the lines on the mat. Press. Done.
Hey, look at that.
You can't. It's so hard to go wrong.
You can't mess it up.
If that makes sense. You
Yeah.
really can't mess it up. And if you've got a piece, you know, you want to get it in a set size. So what I tend to do is take one of the, and I put it in the middle here. So I can lay that without having to lay it on my card and know, right, so that's 1 inch, that's 1, 2, 3. So I could take my guillotine, I can cut a piece of card to 1 inch by 3 inches, put it on the mat and stamp exactly in the middle. But I line up my lines, yeah, just like that, pick it up, done.
Do you know, it's a cracking piece
Simple
of
as
kit,
that.
is.
Take that and let's say something like a tag.
Oh.
Put the tag down and I'm straight on the lines and I can look and go, oh, that fits, but I want it straight. Well, I've got a straight line here. Let's put it straight against the bottom, press down, done.
Look at that.
It's the first time I've ever get sentiment straight.
How
I
good
never,
that
even in my
is.
press, stamp them straight.
Brilliant.
It's really difficult to
Absolutely
do.
brilliant. Now, there are some out there that are really spot on with their stamping. But even then, when you're holding a stamping block,
Yeah. Oh.
to get that stamp is really hard.
It is. But there's these little tiny ones. So these you can literally hardly see. They're small. Can you imagine trying to stamp that straight with a stamping block?
Oh,
'Cause
you'd be
it's
hovering
tiny.
forever.
Again, all I do, line it up, pick it up, ink. And that's the sort,
brilliant.
this sort of text is the sort you're going to blob.
Yes.
I promise you, when it's this small, you're gonna press on with too much pressure and it's going to blob. So again, I can get that straight and centered really simply. Press. Done.
Look at that. Now, if you're doing lots of these cards, making to sell or something like that, to get them stamped in the same place every single time without the fear of going a bit wobbly or making a mess of it, out of doing maybe 10 stamps or 10 of them, you're going to get rid of at least 2.
You are. Yeah, you are.
Absolutely,
And
every day of the
I
week.
am not the best stamper, but I know for a fact, because Mamanda didn't know this existed.
I didn't.
I know that Mamanda doesn't know how to work this. Off you go. Stamps, press, ink.
Just hold on.
Because it's
You're
easy.
stitching me up.
When you sat there at home watching or on your phone watching, and you sat there thinking, yeah, because he can make it look really easy like anyone can do it. because I've got practice, but it doesn't matter. So pick any sentiment.
I'm going to go with it. I don't even know what that says. Oh, it says best wishes. Okay.
Do you know I use that more than anything? You know when do you want to just send a card? Glasses time. So you've lined it up. There we go.
And I'm going with the lowercase that I'm lining it up on. Oh, this makes it very easy.
How easy is it? It really is. You can see why it sits on my desk all the time and why I call the sentiments handy sentiments.
Oh my giddy aunt.
Yeah.
This makes it so easy. I can't even tell you how easy that was to pick that up. And now I'm just going to go back. And I'm looking at my straight lines.
Yeah,
Move it
there we go.
A tiny little bit. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant, that is.
So easy. And of course, your surface doesn't even have to be smooth.
No, that is the bee's knees.
Yeah, and it's one of those, because we can hover over, you know, you want to see, like, and because you've got straight lines, if you want to shadow.
All right, okay. Oh, look at that.
It's so easy to do. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
Where's them straight lines? Where's them borders?
You want to have a crack with one of these, don't you, now?
No, and we need, this is brilliant.
Show you. So let's take one of those, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's take. So these are not moulded stamps. These are made photopolymer.
Yes.
So these are not going to stretch out and ruin.
Okay.
But how hard is it? If you imagine on your stamping platform, trying to get a strip that long, straight, putting it down or on a block.
I like how this is
virtually
narrow.
Impossible. That, I can then pick that up, know that that's straight.
This is brilliant.
Ink the line. And I want to just put a strip across the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah? So line it up against the line on the actual mat. There we go.
Look at that. Ooh, these are beautifully detailed.
They're as fine as you can possibly get. Actually, made in the world, they're 0.3. But if I want to match it up, it's easy. Because I've just re-inked. And let's go above that line on the top. There you go.
Yeah, you can't do that without that tool.
You can't.
Not without a lot of faffing and masking tape and everything else that goes on with it.
Say, all the way around a piece of card.
These are brilliant. What we were saying about Lewis, don't get into crafting because...
because it's going to cost you a fortune.
It does.
So let's move that there.
Yeah, use your grid.
Okay, use my grid. If I go on that line there and that line there, that'll give me a perfect 1/4-inch square corner. There.
Of course it will.
So I can build a perfect square if I wanted to.
So you could do a 1/4-inch again?
Yeah. Build a frame. So easy to do.
That is very easy. Absolutely. And you would not be able to achieve, well, you suppose you could, but there'd be a lot of masking. You'd be putting tape out, get your measuring tape out and everything to actually to achieve that.
Yeah.
And not with speed.
Yeah. And the thing is, you know, these, they are good stamps, but they
Beautiful
are.
stamps.
But they're still difficult to do. But of course, what you can do as well on your base. Sorry, I could do a whole show on this. Watch.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, we've got curly ones.
You can make it curly. So I can curl it on a line or straight or whatever else.
Oh, I like that.
Because it's so stuck.
Oh, this could be, for a flower head, it could be the stem.
Oh, it could, couldn't it?
Oh, I like this. Oh, how cool's that? So pattern building.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh.
Oh, I've told you.
You got me. Yeah, sorry. I could keep playing
We've
with that for hours.
lost him now.
Yeah, you nearly lost me then. Sorry.
Brilliant, isn't it? Isn't that just the bestest thing in the world?
That one's mine. Just get your hands off.
can't you share? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Now, what we're going to next, are we going to do a little bit with the new kit?
Yes, I thought that's what we would do. So let me find my bits.
Card, we're going to the card. While John is finding that, we're going across to the card. Now, earlier on, I'm just going to pull that out of there, John, so we don't lose it. So shop card. Now, when we're talking about card with this, it is absolutely beautiful. Let me just fan these out so you can see. Because on these, you can really get in close with our Sam and she can show you the texture. Okay, look at that. It's just like a canvas, isn't it? Linen canvas. It's got a beautiful texture on it. Now, this is your craft artist canvas card pack. You've got your lilacs. Not just one, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 different shades of lilac, but you're also getting additional coconut white, which is just beautiful colour. All of these 5 colours, 50 sheets in total for $14.99. That is outstanding value. Now, considering paper prices are absolutely going through the roof at the moment, but look at all these. I just need to show you the colourways. You don't have to go looking. Maybe if you've bought a particular one colourway previously, just one lilac, then you go looking and think, oh, I've got lots of lilac in my stash. They might not be the right kind of tint and tone and to go with the family. And it could be a cold colour or a warm colour. And whenever you build with it, it never quite looks right. Having these together as a full collection, you're not going to miss it. They all just work beautifully together because they are the right colour family. And it's important to have a colour family working for you. Otherwise, your projects just aren't going to work or look. But in addition to that, giving us that lovely white coconut as an extra gives you the advantage of having an extra matte layer. Just that colour to break all the others up. Aren't they gorgeous? Beautiful paper, absolutely gorgeous cardstock. That is shop card $14.99. It is gorgeous. The texture is wonderful. Now, all of what you're working with, this is the cardstock you're using.
It is, yeah. I use the coconut white for absolutely everything. I actually order it. Last week, the week before, I ordered 30 packs, so I had 300 sheets of the coconut white. Yeah, my card bill, nobody wants to see my card bill. My card bill is ridiculously crazy.
What we were saying earlier.
Yeah, exactly. You get into the industry thinking, oh, it'll save me money on my crafting. It doesn't. You spend more, trust me. So what I've done here is, just to speed it through.
Yes.
I've already pre-cut this, but this is the new Infinity die. But this is cut in the lilac. So this is actually, I think, the lavender sort of shade. We never named them, but I've sort of named these sort of plum, sherbet, lavender and lilac.
Lovely.
But can you see, this is the really important thing about good card. You're seeing no white edge because it's a dip dye. So it's the same dyed colour all the way through. And it would show, but also the fact that it's not only cut that beautifully, there's no threading, no fraying.
Nope.
Because there's no long fibres. But I thought what we'd do is just show how we can play with colour with these really simply. Mm-hmm. And I know you love a bit of glitter, so I planned this one for you.
Oh, just a little bit of glitter.
So here I've got a piece of double-sided adhesive sheet. Now, if you don't have the matte, don't do what I'm going to do now. Okay? Which is I'm going to put this down, face down. I'm going to take the double-sided adhesive, which is
very sticky.
Very, very sticky. And I'm going to stick it over and press it down. If you don't have this mat, this will be stuck to, I promise you, your glass mat, your non-stick, the brown oven sheets that we all used to use. Excuse me. Your self-healing out, that will stick to absolutely everything. What you have to do is put that piece down and then take that piece on top, and it's a lot harder, and then take
the
thing to do it. Yeah. So that's the easiest bit. Then I'm going to take a square of the contrasting colour. So this is the sort of, if that's the lavender, this is the lilac.
Yes.
And this is the start of our next one. So I'm just going to put the die down, and I'm just going to tape it down, and I'm going to run that through and cut it.
So remember, everybody, this is in 2 different bundles. If you just want the actual frame and the flower and the leaves, it's Shop Infinity. This is the brand new launch last night, 6 p.m, and you've only seen it this morning, okay? Only available here on Shopping Live VIP and on John's website. You can't on Crafts too. Can't get it anywhere else. Shop Infinity, $31.97. However, if you do want the whole of it, it's Shop Floral, okay? And that will get you the 2 frames and also the Infinity pack as well. So, and this is beautiful. So Shop Infinity gets you your dogwood flower, your leaves, and also the Infinity panel that we're working with now. Or Shop Floral will get you the full collection. Right, we're coming back, John.
Right, so I'm just going to take my tape off. The tape is on your website.
Yes,
so you have
it is.
got that
Anything
one.
that you see John working with.
It's all cut.
Beautiful.
But that is the start of the next one, because all I want from this are these waste pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where my 4-in-1 tool is my best friend.
Yes.
Because all I do is take that cap off and turn it round. And there's my pickup tool. And get it in the right place, turn it round, use the pickup tool, use the pokey tool section. But that is so much easier of having both of them
How cool is
in
that?
one piece.
So this is your 4-in-1 multi-tool, and again, $9.99, or is this?
I think it's $9.99, this one.
So that is, again, brilliant. But I love the fact that when we say 4-in-1, you've only seen 2 of the ends. We aren't got 2 ends that we've got to go scrabbling for, because they're actually inside.
Oh, they're inside. Yeah.
How cool is that? So we've not got 4-in-1 tools and 2 go missing and you'll never to be seen again. You just flip over that double-ended
It's all in one thing with 2 caps
is
on
brilliant.
it. I think it's just so clever.
It's very easy.
But how much quicker was that without me having to... That's all I've done, like the old majorette routine.
Yeah.
I'm sure Amanda probably was a majorette.
Yeah.
I thought you would be. Yeah, she's got that look,
I
hasn't
used to
she?
do some baton twirling.
Yeah. But there, I love that colour mix.
It's
but of
beautiful.
course, we've still got sticky bits.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
going to say, life is far too short.
You're not going to put all them in there, are you?
No, gosh, no. Gosh, no, that takes too long. All I'm going to do is grab a piece of card, and then I'm going to use some of the Eyes Ink Fine Glitter. So you might get this in one of you. The box 3, I think, has 4 pouches of the glitter in it.
Let me just check. Make sure. Box 3, word 3, £25. You do get 4 of these glitter pouches. Now, these glitter pouches are absolutely cram jam full. Now, we've had a brilliant question. Thank you for emailing in. We really do appreciate it when you get in touch and involved in the shows. Does this card work on the scan and cut?
It does, yes. It
does.
has no chalk content in it. We tested it. We have a scan and cut at home. That's Sammy's domain. I don't know how to work it. Mel keeps shouting at me. But yes, it does work on the scan and cut and your Cricut and all your electronic die cutting machines. And it doesn't drag because it's a short fibre. So, yeah, all of them and all of the colours work.
Sorry, I should be showing you.
Yeah. But you saw how fine that was. That's what you got in that glitter pouch. Different sizes.
How cool is that? Do you know what, John? That sticky backing on there, hasn't that made that really easy to do?
Yeah, so simple. I'll try and bring those sheets. We have to get them, they're ours, and we have to get them made in the Netherlands, so to get decent ones. So I'll try and bring those at the future.
How super cool
but how
is
quick,
that?
How quick and easy is that to actually do? And it's so simple.
I'm just saying, I'm really pleased that you didn't want me to take all bits out of there and stick them back
Oh,
in there.
no, life's too short. I love the look of paper piecing, and I know some people probably will.
That's paper piecing
But
to
that's
me.
paper piecing to me.
Big bits.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 big bits is more than enough. So You remember I talked about how this infinity was designed to fit the frame makers?
Yes.
So we've shown it, I showed it earlier with the grand.
Yes.
I've shown it with the notched.
Yes.
This is one of the original 6-inch frame makers. So it fits in all of them. So if you were lucky enough to get one of the previous set, it gives you a whole new centre to what you've already got.
Brilliant.
And to me, that's really important.
It is.
Is that you don't put a die away and go, right, I've used that one for 6 weeks. Now it goes in the back of the cupboard and it's never out again.
No.
These are designed, this is designed to reinvigorate everything. But here we go.
And all of your collections are like this, aren't they, John?
Yes.
All of them are like this.
All of them are
Everything
designed.
is made to work together.
As I was saying to Lewis earlier, I designed them all myself. There's no graphic designer.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody sits on any of these. None of these designs come from anywhere else. They all come out of my head or wherever I've seen or whatever and drawn. So it means that the measurements are always the same because it's only ever me. So it becomes instinctive.
Yes.
It's getting the right sizes literally becomes instinctive. So what I've done is I've taken the smaller die that comes in the set
Yes.
and I've cut it out in the coconut white.
Yes.
And I want to put a sentiment on that. And this to me is where these come in massively. So I'm going to go with Best Wishes in the small font.
It is. These are brilliant. Now
Tiny.
this is a test. This is
So,
a true test.
I'm going to put it down on one of those straight lines.
To borrow my glasses. Are you all
Okay,
right?
no, I'm just about okay. Pick it up on a straight line, match it across. But what I'm going to say now is, could you stamp on a piece that is an inch square? So a circle that's an inch square with your stamp press. Where are you going to put your magnets? Could you do it with a block? But we know the answer is no. We know we couldn't do that.
I wouldn't
You know, I know Julia Watts was the best stamper I've ever met in my life. She was so clever. I know she wouldn't. What she would do is stamp it with a block and then cut it out.
Yes. That's exactly what
Yeah.
I would do. I couldn't
No.
do it the other way around, John.
Because of the mat, because of the press, because of the stamps, first of all, that piece is not going to move.
It doesn't.
So I don't have to worry about blowing it off.
Nope.
Or a draft or someone opening the door and it going somewhere. I can. So first of all, I don't have to magnet it. Then I can hover over until it's exactly in the centre, till it's right. And then when I'm happy, I press and it's
Look at
done.
that. That is phenomenal. Yeah,
that
you
will
can't do it.
then-
You can't do that without that
You
tool.
can't, no. I wouldn't even dare.
I wouldn't
And
try.
I certainly wouldn't do it while Sam's filming because you would hear her howling with laughter as I got it wrong.
Again and again
But
and
you
again.
see
You'll say,
then-
"Oh, look at that.
That fits
That's
in.
perfect.
Exactly.
That's why your tools are just because they're problem solving.
We don't
They are
do-
actually
don't-
problem
yeah.
solving tools.
We don't do something for the sake of it. You
No.
should do it because there's a reason and to
Yes.
make life easier.
Right, so where can we get the self-adhesive sheets from, John?
I think the self-adhesive sheets are maybe available on the Art of Craft. I'm not sure though.
Right.
We may be out at the moment.
Oh,
we will
right.
try and bring them. I'll try and bring some here.
On the show and have them on the show.
as soon as I can. I will find out sort of after this show.
Because that is a cracking way to use
Oh,
it.
it's a brilliant cheat. I mean,
Yes.
got to say, I've used some really
Brilliant.
terrible ones in the past, and that's a good one. But again, we make sure everything is right.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. So I thought what we'd do is I'm going to do some flowers for that.
Right, yes, please.
So let's pull out.
For everybody, start typing. I mean, we should have said this earlier.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know we've only got 16 minutes left. Sorry, everybody. It's because I was here. Type prize. Sam's just gone, 16 minutes, are you sure?
We can't have, we've got to
16
have
minutes.
more than that.
Prize is the giveaway. Type in prize into the comments and you're going to get some of John's homework. And I don't mean his maths homework.
It's a full done pack.
It's a full card ready for you to build, okay? So all of the stuff is already there for you to just create, which is fabulous. So type in the word prize in the comments below and we will draw that near the end, I promise. We'll not forget this time.
No.
We were close last hour, weren't we? Because we start waffling and then we go off at a bit of an angle.
So I wanted to show you again.
Yes.
Because I've got bits cut, but how do we get... You might not have a guillotine, you might not be good at maths. So you want to get exactly the right size for your flowers. So what you do is fold a piece of A4 in half and make a notch. Yeah. And put that in your paper trimmer or your guillotine, or use your scissors. Yeah.
Roger.
Effective way. Fold that one over, do the same again. In half. Make your notch. That will give you 4 pieces exactly the right size for
your plates.
Your plates.
Where's that other one gone that we had earlier?
Exactly the same, because that's the one I wanted
there.
to do. Oh, yeah. So I was going to show those in combination. So let's take a little bit of tape.
So both those plates the same size?
All my flower plates are the same size.
You see,
Since in the last 7-8 years of the John Next Door brand, every single flower plate has been this size.
This is when a crafter is making and creating and designing for crafters, which is just brilliant, because you know John needs it to work, because obviously you've got to trust him that when you get the product home and you've sold thousands upon thousands of different, and you know it's going to work. So it's just brilliant. So when you've got a crafter creating for us crafters, it's fabulous. And it's super exciting as well, because we've said this before, we've all got that drawer that is your disappointment drawer.
Oh, yes.
Where they've said, oh, this, and then you go, well, I can't get it to work like you did. These do.
Yeah, completely. Every time.
These are beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, they are. These, you know.
And they're so easy to pop out.
We put so many holes in so that they are easy to adjust, or this is one of the reasons you have your wedge.
So this is your 4-in-1 pickup tool. Shop tool, $9.99, gets you this into your basket. Now you've seen John demo throughout all of the last 2 hours with his Crafts 2 mat on the table. And throughout the 2 hours, it's actually been stuck on the wall. And we've not put it up there with blue tack or anything like that. It is actually held up there all on its own.
It's literally...
There is no magic involved.
No, there's nothing. It's not even static.
No, it isn't.
It is just because it is silicone and it's non-slip silicone, which
so it sticks. There we go. Look at that.
I know.
It makes Sam smile. It just makes me giggle that Sam smiles at it every time. It's like, that's not possible.
But it is.
It is possible.
So I've cut... I'm going to grab 2 of the largest.
Yes.
Yeah, and as you can see, all that stitch detail is in there. But what that means is, I can just take my poker tool and watch, just curl it. And it curls automatically because of the cuts. I mean, that's one of the easiest ever flowers to make up. So I'm going to go like that. There we go. Take a little bit of glue glaze.
Is that on the...
That's on, that's on the live shopping website.
The brand
so that's
shop.
on your brand shop, yeah. I'm going to rotate that round. And that's what I love about glue glaze. It's stuck straight away. Then I'm going to grab, where are we?
Isn't that lovely? I adore this. And then you also get these little centres as well on this plate.
Oh, yeah, you get the centres.
Oh, yeah, look at those.
Which will work. So all we do is... So then I've gone for, this is the new one, the dogwood. Same idea. Pull.
And this is the same cardstock, isn't it?
Exactly the same. I've just gone for a different colour from that beautiful lilacs pack.
So shop card to get you that. And remember, you're getting 5 different colourways because Crafts 2 have actually put in that beautiful coconut white. So you're getting 50 sheets of that beautiful cardstock for $14.99, which is incredible. Now, just a reminder for you all, $2.99 cap postage, okay? Once you get up to £50 spend, it is free P&P with crafts too. Okay, but they've capped the postage at £2.99, which I think is just brilliant.
But I've changed, I've gone for 2 colours because I wanted you to see the difference between. But let's go for that third one in there, just like that.
Look at that. Oh my goodness, look how much definition you've got on that now.
Yeah,
That's
remember
beautiful.
You talked about the centres.
Yes, yes.
So take the centre, and because the centre's got all that stitch cut lines in it again.
Yes.
So peekaboo.
And they are actually cut. These are cut.
Yeah. I'm just going to take my ball tool in my hand. But how easy is that to dome?
Because of that because you've stitched it.
I've stitched it.
Yes.
So grab a little bit of the glue gel. Normally I'd use a cocktail stick, but I don't know where I put them, so I'm just going to take a little bit, flip you over, pop it on, pop that in the centre.
Oh, that's pretty. And then with your glue glaze, you could glaze the centre, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could glaze the centre. You could also, because one of the ideas of the glue glaze was for you to be able to do this, was you to be able to basically put on a couple of little bits like this. And I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need a new one soon. Remember how basically cake makers, what they call it is, they call it sugaring their flowers or frosting their flowers.
Yes.
And they dip them in caster sugar.
All right. Oh, look at that. And that's the eye zinc glitter, isn't it?
And that's the eye zinc glitter.
Look, that is beautiful. John, that's gorgeous.
So simple.
That is absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. So simple and so easy to do. But that's why I wanted to get that sort of the beautiful sort of stitched flower on here along with the stitched dogwood to show you can take that flower bigger and into something else.
So remember, for the stitched flower that we've just done, it's shop plate, it is on a half price offer for this one. £7.99 is all that you need to spend to add it in. That is an incredible bonus. I think it's brilliant. And then one of the other bonuses that I think is fabulous for this is also shop circle. Now, if you've gone for the full shop floral, which includes those grande frames, this is the 5-inch frame that works perfectly with it. But just look at what you can be doing. Now, if you look at this box in front of Sam that Sam's got there, and you look at the actual frame, you think, well, the stripes are only going one way. Aha! No, they're not. This lattice effect has been made with this. 2 cuts, and then they've been rotated to create that lattice. Isn't that just incredible? And then the square in the middle, so the middle square, the middle die, this one, that one, is what's cut that perfect mat and the box base, and then all of your frame around the edge. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, that is a slightly different purple to the ones that we've got the lilacs on here, but it's the same cardstock. It's got that texture to it. It's still that beautiful cardstock. But again, look at the flowers on the top. I'm getting a little bit, look at these. Look at that. So again, this is the same one. This is shop circle, and this one to create this with that lovely lattice that you're going to be able to, and look at the dogwood flower on top. £13.50, shop circle gets you the 5-inch frame that works brilliantly with the shop floral, which gets you the brand new launch of the Infinity, and also your dogwood flower, your foliage. And then if you missed out last week on these 2 huge, and when they say grand, they are grand. Look at the size of these frames. But then, John, as always, it goes further. You don't just look at all this that you're going to be able to create, because he gives you 4 panels. Now, without having 4 panels, you wouldn't be able to get it a perfect match like that, okay? So it doesn't give you one, and then you've got to keep cutting and cutting and cutting. With one pass through your die cutting machine, you can put your panels in and create that frame instantly. These are beautiful. Are you ready, John? Can we come back?
I am, yeah. So what I was doing was, I made up another flower.
Of course you did.
From the bits on my desk while we
Yes.
were talking, but I didn't glitter that.
Oh, right.
But
Oh,
we want some leaves. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do for time here, but this is one of my absolute favourite things to do.
you've got 5 minutes.
The ice ink sprays.
Yep.
So, make ugly paper.
Make ugly paper.
So, in that paper card, we haven't got any green, have we?
No, we don't.
So, we haven't included you any green at all.
No.
So, all I've done is taken some of the coconut white card, and I'm going to show you. See, oh, it takes ages to dry. Or it doesn't, but quicker way and the nicest way to make your leaves is press it down, take the excess off. What I normally do is to take
Do you want a little bit of blue roll?
No, I won't, because I don't like wasting.
Oh, no, we don't waste.
You know what I'm like?
Nice.
It merges even nicer. But that is ugly. That's what most people, you know, absolutely anyone, you know, a 3-year-old, even your Ethan could do that.
He's actually quite a good crafter.
Yeah, you
but
would
yeah,
be. I knew
yeah.
you'd say that. But what I mean, but you know, anybody can just spray like
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
And then I'm going to randomly stick my leaves on, because I want leaves. I don't have any green paper.
No, you haven't.
And I want them to look, you know, a little bit more realistic. So this is why when people say, oh, I'm a neat crafter, why sprays? Because the world you can get into, imagine the flowers, how those dogwood would look if you take 2 or 3 of those sprays and just make yourself some ugly paper, make it as ugly as you can. And that is with green and brown.
Yes.
So it's, you know, I'm not going to pretend, oh, it's a masterpiece. No, it's not, it's ugly. But that will give us the most amazing
And you've
leaves.
sprayed that onto the white coconut.
Onto the coconut white card, so I've not used a special watercolour card or anything posh or anything like that. I've just used normal coconut white card.
Getting in the way because it's like, I want to see. Sorry.
But look what happened. Look what the leaves look like when they come out of that.
Oh, nice.
Now that looks
Like
like
a
a leaf. Yeah?
How cool is that?
Look at that. Let's put it on white and you'll see it a lot better. But don't they look like real leaves?
Now, you could spend an awful lot of time with a blending brush
You could.
trying to blend that and
Trying to achieve that look.
and to achieve that look. You'd be at it for ages, blending one colour back in to and from, but doing a couple of, and you was literally a couple of spritz with both colours.
Yeah,
Dried it.
Imagine flowers. If you get some beautiful reds and purples in there, imagine what they're going to look like.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, but then, so there's our flowers, there's our card. But look at the difference when we put these realistic leaves on. I don't even have to add.
No shape.
I don't have to shape them. I don't have to do anything.
Oh, what a difference that's made. How beautiful. That is, oh, I love that.
But
Look
that's
at
just
that.
made using, like I say, and let's, you know, ugly paper. And I'm going to, you know, that's the paper it came from.
But look at that, what you
But
get.
look at the leaves.
That's a stunning effect. Love that. Right, we've literally got 1 minute and 12 seconds left, everybody. Can we do a draw, please, Lewis? Who is today's winner of John's homework?
I love homework packs. Do we get all the names up on the screen? I don't get to see that.
Marina Bowen.
Marina Bowen, this is coming to you. So you get John's homework. You don't have to do it and send it back for marking or anything. You're just going to
No,
get the homework
it's yours
pack.
to do.
It's yours. So thank you, everybody. It's been another fabulous show. Thank you for joining us all.
Thank
We've had
you.
a bit
It's
of
been
fun.
brilliant. Yes,
haven't
we have.
And check out your baskets because this collection is phenomenal. And we'll see you all a bit later on. You take care.
Bye.
Bye everybody.